boxing fans here in Bournemouth with Barry McGuigan. Barry, we've just seen an amazing fight, first of all, from Chris Billam Smith and Mateusz Masternak. Your guy, Chris Billam Smith, winning in a tough fight. Just talk to me about that one for me.
Yeah, it was a very tough fight. We always knew it was going to be a tough fight, and we knew it was a calculated risk being aggressive with this guy, but also he didn't like pace. We knew he didn't like pace. 36 years old, hadn't fought for a year, but if you look at his performances in the past, all great when he's coming on top of you and making you afraid to attack him. We knew that if Chris stayed on top of him, put him under pressure, fought the pace at a pace that was uncomfortable for him, that he would have success, and that's exactly what happened.
I spoke to Chris before this and I said everyone's got their eyes on you. When I spoke to Richard Riakpo a couple of weeks ago, he was talking about Chris Billam Smith. I spoke to Jayap Taya, he said, listen, I'm ready for all the guys. Chris Billam Smith's a wanted man. In your eyes, what's the next path for him? What's the right path for him?
We don't know. We sit down and negotiate that, because lots of these people talk bullshit and talk through their arse and annoy me by coming out with ridiculous comments. We know how good Chris Billam Smith is. He just walked down a guy that had never been stopped before, and he beat him up. And if he'd got through that round and continued on, Chris would have knocked him out with those body shots. He was killing him downstairs. I looked at him in the corner, and he was really hurting, and he just couldn't stand the pace. Chris fights at a ridiculously high pace. He's got a chin like granite. He can take it. He can put pressure on guys and make them fight at an uncomfortable pace. And guys that are maybe technically better end up just blowing a gasket because they can't fight at his pace. So that was what he done tonight. He put it on a pressure fighter, took all the gas out of him, hurt him really badly to the bone, broke 3 of his ribs or whatever. And even if he hadn't have broken his ribs, you know, he would have knocked him out with those body shots. He was killing him downstairs. I mean, I hate to use that word, but he was really hurting him to the body, and it was only a matter of time.
When I spoke to a lot of people up to this fight, they said this is a big banana skin for Chris Billam Smith. But if he gets through it, he's elevated his status massively, because then people can say, look, he's for a legitimate defence, and he's defended it well. In your eyes now, no one can question Chris Billam Smith.
Nobody can question him. Well, there's lots of people who question him. That's the thing. Lots of people have opinions of them, but they don't know him like I know him. And the fact is, he was going to win that fight come hell or high water, and he did it. He beat the guy up and put him under pressure, made him fight at a ridiculously high pace. Got caught a number of shots on the way in, but he got the job done. This is pointless.
Just final one for myself. I just want to quickly talk about Tyson Fury. A lot of talk from his dad saying that, listen, he's maybe declining right now, not ability-wise, but physically, conditioning-wise. From what you've seen, and because you've been there, done the big fights, do you feel like he's on the decline?
Well, it's always difficult to know. I mean, he didn't look great against Francis Ngannou. He was dropped and badly hurt by a guy who was having his first fight. But that's not to underestimate Ngannou. Ngannou's a big, strong man, and he's powerful, and he could hurt anybody if he hits him correctly. But he got up off his arse and he got the job done. But and he clearly won the fight, despite what these idiots who don't know boxing. But of course he's declining. We all decline when we get beyond 30, and we start to drop in our performances, whether it's taking punches, whether it's delivering powerful shots, whether it's speed or explosiveness. That's just a natural occurrence. But I still think him and Usyk would be a great fight.
Cool. Barry McGuigan, so pleasure to talk to yourself. I will let you go.
Thanks, mate.
I know you've got to do your thing. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time as well.